McDonald's doesn't sell burgers, it sells real estate. Right now, somewhere in the world, someone is biting into a Big Mac and thinking McDonald's is a burger company. They are wrong. And that misunderstanding is costing them the most important business lesson of their life. McDonald's is not in the food business. It is in the real estate business. And it uses food to fill its properties. Those are not my words. That is what McDonald's own CEO said about the company he built. And by the end of this video, you will never look at a McDonald's the same way again. You will also understand a wealth-building strategy that most people completely miss their entire lives. Stay with me. This is the video that changes everything. To understand the real McDonald's, we need to go back to 1954, to a 52-year-old milkshake machine salesman named Ray Kroc, who drove to a small burger restaurant in San Bernardino, California, and saw something nobody else had ever seen. Richard and Maurice McDonald had built the most efficient food operation he had ever seen. Burgers in 30 seconds, consistent, fast, perfect. Ray Kroc immediately knew this system needed to be everywhere. He convinced the brothers to let him franchise the concept. He started opening McDonald's locations across America. But there was a problem that almost killed everything Ray Kroc was building. The franchises were struggling to make money. Ray Kroc was struggling to make money. He was collecting small royalties from franchisees, but the costs were eating everything alive. By the late 1950s, McDonald's Corporation was nearly bankrupt. Then, in 1956, a man named Harry Sonneborn walked into Ray Kroc's office. And in one conversation, he changed what McDonald's was, is, and will ever be. Sonneborn's idea was simple. Stop thinking like a food company, start thinking like a real estate company. Instead of just franchising the McDonald's brand, buy or lease the land and buildings where each restaurant sits. Then lease them back to the franchisees at a markup. The food business funds the real estate business. The real estate business owns everything. Ray Kroc called it the most brilliant idea he had ever heard. He made Harry Sonneborn McDonald's first CEO. And the real McDonald's was born, not in a kitchen, but in a property strategy. So how exactly does the McDonald's real estate model work? Let me break it down as simply as possible, because inside this model is one of the most powerful wealth-building strategies ever created. Step 1. McDonald's Corporation identifies a prime location, a busy road, a shopping center, a motorway exit, an airport. High traffic, high visibility, maximum footfall. Step 2. McDonald's either buys the land outright or signs a long-term lease, sometimes for 20 to 40 years. They control the property. Step 3. A franchisee pays McDonald's to operate a restaurant at that location. They pay an upfront franchise fee, typically around $45,000. They pay for the equipment and fit-out, which can cost between $1 and $2 million. And every month, they pay McDonald's rent for the building and land they are sitting on. Step 4. McDonald's also collects a royalty on every dollar of sales the restaurant makes, typically around 4 to 5% of gross revenue. So whether the restaurant is busy or quiet, McDonald's earns rent and earns royalties from the same location every single day. Now here is the genius part. The franchisee takes on all the operational risk. They hire the staff. They manage the restaurant. They deal with the day-to-day problems. McDonald's Corporation? They sit on the property, collect the rent, collect the royalties, and watch the value of their land grow year after year. Ray Kroc himself put it best. He said, "My business is not hamburgers. My business is real estate." Now let us talk numbers, because the numbers behind McDonald's real estate empire are so large they are almost impossible to believe. McDonald's owns or controls the real estate for approximately 55% of its over 40,000 global restaurant locations. That is roughly 22,000 properties across 100 countries. The estimated value of McDonald's real estate portfolio? Conservatively, between $30 and $40 billion. Some analysts put it significantly higher when you factor in prime locations that have appreciated for decades. But here is where it gets even more mind-blowing. McDonald's does not just earn from rent. That rent income alone, just from leasing properties back to franchisees, generates over $7 billion per year. $7 billion just from rent before they sell a single burger. To put that in perspective, some of the world's most successful real estate investment trusts don't generate $7 billion in annual rent. McDonald's does, from burger restaurants in 100 countries. And here is the ultimate irony. The food business, the burgers, the fries, the nuggets, that is actually the lower margin part of the operation. The high margin, the reliable income, the wealth-building machine is the land underneath the restaurant, not what is served inside it. The burger is not the product. The burger is the reason people come to the building. The building is the product. Now, here is what this means for you and your money. Because the McDonald's model is not just a fascinating business story, it is one of the clearest examples of a wealth principle that separates the financially free from everyone else. The principle is this: the wealthiest people in the world do not just earn income. They own the assets that generate income for other people. McDonald's does not flip burgers. It owns the land where other people flip burgers and collects income from that ownership forever. Think about it this way. You can either be the person who works in the building or the person who owns the building. McDonald's decided a long time ago they would always be the person who owns the building. Now, you might be thinking, I cannot buy prime real estate in 100 countries. And you are right. But the principle scales down to your own life in powerful ways. Lesson 1. Own assets that other people use. A rental property, dividend-paying stocks, a business that runs without you. Digital products that sell while you sleep. The form changes. The principle does not. Own the thing, collect from the thing. Lesson 2. Location is everything. McDonald's does not open restaurants randomly. Every single location is chosen based on traffic, growth potential, and long-term value. You should think about your investments the same way. Where you put your money matters as much as how much you put in. Lesson 3. Let other people's effort build your wealth. McDonald's franchisees work incredibly hard, and a percentage of everything they earn flows back to the people who own the land. Investors in dividend stocks do the same thing. You own a piece of a company. Thousands of employees work hard. A percentage of what they generate flows to you every quarter, without you lifting a finger. McDonald's built a $200 billion empire not by making the best burger, but by owning the best land. The food was never the business. The land was always the business. And now you know the secret that most people eating a Big Mac will never understand. On this channel, every week, we go deep inside the world's most powerful companies and pull out the money lessons hiding inside every story. The Tesla series, the Billion-Dollar Company series, and what is coming next will change how you see business and money forever. If you are not subscribed yet, you are leaving knowledge on the table. Hit follow now. It is free, and it might be the most valuable thing you do today. Comment below. Did you know McDonald's was a real estate company? And which company do you want us to break down next?